Hey Nintendo fans and collectors, this is Lithium017 from my channel Nintendo Collecting 101, bringing you collecting tip number 53. This one's called selling on eBay. If you're a collector like me, you're buying things in lots, you're keeping what you want to sell off what you don't need. It's a lot easier to try and sell things locally, but eventually, if you have a rare item or something that's expensive, you're only going to be able to find buyers online. I like using eBay. You can use Amazon. The reason why I like using eBay is because I already have an account, number one. But number two, you're allowed uploading actual photos of the item. I just think that's better. So I have some tips for selling items on eBay to try and get the most or what you deserve from selling what you have. Now the first thing is, I definitely suggest, tip number one for this is clean your items and test your items. So here's a controller that works. Someone's posted it. It looks dirty. I wouldn't want to buy this. Make sure you're think from the buyer's perspective. Would you buy something that looks dirty or looks bad? So number two, you want to make sure that you're talking about the controller in the description, and it should be pretty plain and simple. This one just says excellent condition and clean, official, not third party. So this is talking about N64 controllers. That's what I'm going to be selling today. So I'm going to make up a sale for you to try and show you what I do. You also want to include pictures of the actual item. So this is an N64 controller that is not official. It's a stock item, and you don't see Nintendo up here. These are not official controllers. You can look at the joystick, it looks a little strange, even the D-pad looks strange. So definitely use actual photos. When you take your photos, make sure the lighting is good. This person took a photo of this controller, the lighting's horrible. I wouldn't want to look at that or buy that. I might want to buy this one, that the lighting looks great. So let's sell an item. I'm selling this on ebay.ca because I'm Canadian. If I try and sell it through the States, it just gives me a lot of problems. So you might want to consider just selling it whatever region it is. But I usually sell items to the States or worldwide because I want to try and get the maximum I can, as I said. So here, top right corner, sell an item. Let's go ahead and click that option. We're searching for what I'm selling. I'm searching a Nintendo 64 controller. And oh no, I'm on reserve power. No one really cares. That's fine. And for some reason, I have to sign in. I don't really know why. That's very strange. I thought I was logged in, but I'm not. Okay, so here we are. N64 controller. What category? That's fine. Video game accessories, controllers, and attachments. Let's continue. Now, choose a currency. I'm selling mine in US dollars. The world works on a lot of US dollars usually, so that's fine with me. Title. This is where you actually want to specify as perfectly as possible what you're selling. So I already have here my controller. So let's pull that up. Gold Japanese complete Nintendo 64 controller. And then afterwards I put N64. I'm going to put that in brackets. I put Nintendo 64 because it's more specific. More people might try and find it. I'm selling a used one. Now next, platform. Obviously this is for the Nintendo 64. You can put in things like model and all that, but there's no model for the N64. Type, it's a controller. Everyone knows what that is. Brand, it's official, so it's made by Nintendo. Connectivity, it's wired. You can put in the manufacturer's number if you want, but I'm not going to. You can even put in the country and manufacturer, but I'm not going to do that either. The really important thing is that you want actual photos of your item. So you click on that button here, and then you go to Browse. eBay's made this really simple. I have a few photos here. Gold front and gold back. I'm going to open those up. They're uploaded right there. Scroll down and I'm going to go to the free. It's free to upload these photos. There is no excuse not to have actual photos. Take them with your phone. Do whatever you need. There you go. The photos are up. Now here is my description. Now in my description, I like making certain things bigger to make it look a little bit better. I'm going to say in my description that I will combine items. I love buying combined items from sellers. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to bold it. I'm stating specifically cost of shipping right here. So shipping within Canada, it's going to be $10. Shipping to the States, $15. I live in Canada. Worldwide will vary by region. So I'm asking people to please contact me. What am I putting in my description though? I'm putting exactly what it is. I'm telling people that controllers for the N64 work in any region, and I'm telling them how good the joystick is. So here, if we go up, I don't have really an option to tell them what the type of controller is or anything like that, or how well it works. So I'm doing that all here. This is a little small, so actually I'm going to make all the font size 12, and I'm just going to make it look as good as possible. I don't mind having big text. Small text just bothers me, so size 14 is fine, and maybe I'll make this only size 12. It doesn't really matter. Just make sure it's visible to people. I'm not going to add a theme or anything like that. Now, the more important thing is price. You can do a fixed price or you can do an online auction. I like doing online auctions because more people get attached to online auctions. Don't be too afraid. If you're selling your item for the first time, you might actually want to do them at a fixed price to get what you think they're worth, because if your feedback score is between 0 to 10, almost no one will bid on your items. So when you're starting out, do a fixed price. Afterwards, after you get going for a little while, I don't know why it keeps jumping down, then I would do an online auction. People usually get attached. The main point that I can give you as a tip when doing these is when you start your auction, because it's going to end in 7 days or however many days you want it to end. I always end my auctions, always on weekends. Why? People are available. If you end it at 4 a.m., no one's awake. If you end it at noon, people are at work. So I end them on weekends when people are available to check. Got my email there and things like that. Now the cost. The cost within Canada, this is domestic, I said is going to be $10, $10. Now here's another tip. Never offer free shipping. If you offer free shipping, guess what can happen? You don't know how much the shipping cost will be. You will usually take the brunt end and pay a lot for shipping. So I would suggest never, ever, ever offer free shipping. Then international shipping. It's not flat, it's calculated. It's going to vary by people for region. So this is going to load up again. It's a parcel. It's some sort of a custom weight, but it's just less than, I think it's just over a pound. I'm pretty sure with the controller, with everything else put in. So choose custom location. Now I'm going to sell this to the United States, and I don't really care where else it goes. It can go worldwide for all I care. That's fine. Now it's probably a light packet, so people can calculate this, and I need to put in the dimensions. So you're going to want to measure it out. Mine is not specific right now, but I think it's 28, and it's 10 centimeters, and it's also about 28. So that's roughly the size. I put in all of that, so now I have everything done. Return policy, I'm not offering returns because the item works. The last thing that you need to say, I think, in the description that's really important, when people need to pay. So payment is due 2 days after auctions end. That's really important, I think, to include that. I'm going to bold that so that people kind of see that. I'm not messing around. I want my money. Everyone wants their money. Basic style counter so people can see how many people are viewing it. Why not? Let's add that in. So once you're done, you can go to continue. It'll probably tell me what I've done wrong. I always do something wrong. Here we go. Starting price. Please enter a valid starting price and shipping service. So I need to do a few things that I messed up on. So eBay is really good with this. So starting price for the online auction, I'm not going to include buy it now at all. I'm putting in 99 cents, so that's in there now. And then I obviously messed up an international. Okay, so for this service, so let's go to small packets. Let's see if that's okay. And let's go to continue. I probably messed up. If you messed up, that's fine. Let's see what happens. Let's see how good it looks. Let's see if other people might actually want it. Now, is there anything else you want to add? No, you can review your listing. So this is what it's going to look like. I have a picture. I have a great title. Wow, what a good title. I have how much shipping is. I have how much the time when it was listed. So that looks good. You can actually go to preview your listing. Hopefully it pops up and you can actually see it here, but it's not loaded with the picture quite yet. It's probably still loading, but it's supposed to come up right there, and hopefully it'll be good. So how much does this cost me? It'll tell you how much it will be and everything like that, and it's $0. So you can actually save this as a template and use it to sell similar items, because I'm selling other Japanese controllers. So list your item. Hopefully this goes up. Congratulations. Here is my item. It is up. You can actually search this if you want, my items for sale. So here, looking at this, this is of my actual item. It's a little bit faded, as I said. The controller works well. I have the title. I have when it's ending on a weekend. I have the estimated amount of delivery and the cost within Canada. I have my description. I do have that it's used. And I have the first view is myself. So when you're selling something on eBay, I highly suggest you keep these in mind. Tip number 1, clean your item. Tip number 2, test your item, or in the other order. Tip number 3, use actual items. Use actual pictures of your items, please. Number 4, I would offer combined shipping. Tip number 5, I would definitely ask for people to pay within a certain time frame. Tip number 6, end it on a weekend. That's very important. And the other tip that I didn't mention, tip number 8, keep in mind, eBay will take a 9% rake of whatever you sell. They're taking it, it's going to be gone. I just accept the 9% loss to try and have more people buy my item. So thank you very much for watching. I know this was a long video. I wanted to be very specific, but do not offer free shipping, I would think, and just try and get your item out to as many people as possible. Try and sell your item first locally. If that doesn't work, I would turn to eBay. I like it better than Amazon. Thank you very, very much for watching. Feel free to subscribe. Follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Facebook. I have lots of cool photos of my collection up there as well. And collecting tip number 54 will be coming to you next week. Talk to you later.